guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I am going to give an honest review on the general business program, or BBS, at Seneca College, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience, and I'm going to talk about some of the services that Seneca College offers. So I first started the program in May 2017, and it was the summer semester. In the summer at Seneca College, you'll notice there are a lot less students, a lot less professors, a lot less people around the campus. So if you're gonna use like a study booth at the library, or if you're gonna use the cafeteria and sit down and eat your lunch, you'll definitely find a seat. But when it does turn into the fall semester or the winter semester, it's very difficult to find a seat. The cafeteria is always full, the study booths at the library are always full, so it's very difficult to find a spot. My tuition for each semester is around $2,000 or $2,200 each semester, and each semester is 4 months. I'm a domestic student, so I don't have to pay as much as international students. International students have to pay like 3 times the amount, or even like 5 times the amount. It's crazy. The student population at Seneca College is, I would say, about 90% international students and 10% domestic students, so there's a lot more international than domestic. I actually like that because you get to learn about like other students' cultures. So the general business program is for 2 years, it's for 4 semesters, and you get a diploma out of it. If you are trying to save money as a student, I wouldn't recommend buying textbooks unless you have to. I made that mistake like my first semester, even like my first year. I bought like all the textbooks for all the courses. I would only recommend buying textbooks for courses that require a code. And like they require the code because then you'll have to go on a specific website and do like case studies or assignments. So that's how come like they kind of trick you into buying the textbook as well. I would only recommend getting the textbook that way. For the other courses that don't need a code, you don't really need a textbook because the professors, like under course documents, they always have like the PowerPoint slides and they have like their own notes, so there's already a lot to like go through and like memorize. So you don't really need a textbook for those courses. I did pretty good without it. Also, if you are trying to sell back your textbooks to the bookstore, I would recommend doing it immediately, like after you're done your semester, because they tend to update the textbooks like regularly. So if you try to sell back your textbooks like even like 1 semester after, typically they won't take it because like they already updated the copy. So that's how come I would say to immediately sell back your textbooks. If not, you can always donate your textbook to the bookstore. There's a huge bin at the back of the bookstore. There's like tons of textbooks. You just drop it in. So the first semester courses for the general business program are Intro to Business Administration, English, Intro to Seneca Studies, Mathematics of Business and Finance, and Professional Presentation Skills. The Intro to Business Administration course, they basically just like make you memorize definitions, and you have debates. I wish they would have taught you more of how to apply those definitions to like real life, because they basically like teach you the definitions of different types of businesses and their names, like corporations, nonprofits, and all of that. And they kind of like go over generally like what a business plan is, and that you'll most likely, like if you have to take out a loan or like start your own business, you'll most likely have to put together a like really long page business plan. For the English class, it's pretty straightforward. You have to take a skills assessment test before you even start off in the class. The skills assessment test can be taken in the test center. It's basically just to see like what your placement level is, like what level of English that you like require, because all the other courses at Seneca College are offered in English, so they just want to make sure that you understand English basically. The Intro to Seneca Studies class is pretty easy. It's basically just a class to like meet other students and like make friends. You do read the book The Outliers. That's a really useful book. I really like that one. But yeah, the class is super easy. I don't think there's any tests. It's just basically like to make friends. The mathematics of business and finance I found to be a really easy course. And then professional presentation class, I really like that class because you get to learn how to present yourself like very professionally. They teach you like breathing techniques and techniques on how to relax, which are very useful. And you get to be as creative as you want during your presentations. I remember we had a presentation day where everyone was supposed to present. I think it was like our first presentation. The student like walked into the class and she immediately fainted on the spot, and we later found out that the reason that she fainted was because she was like so nervous to present. And that is crazy. I've never fainted before. Okay, so the classes for semester 2 is accounting, innovation and entrepreneurship, introduction to marketing, organizational behavior, and business computer applications. I find the accounting courses to be quite hard. I actually talked to like other people in my class and other people in my program, and they find it really hard as well. It's difficult because if you didn't take like accounting in grade 12, which is optional, then it's kind of hard to like, you kind of have to play catch up. Yeah, so a lot of students like they fail the course a couple times. I would recommend that if you are taking the course to take accounting in the summertime, because you get 2 professors during the whole semester. Normally you only get like 1 professor. So if you are having trouble or if you find it hard with 1 professor, you get a second chance because you get a second professor and they might explain it a lot better. I found in the summer semester, the accounting teachers are a lot better. They explain it a lot more, so that's what I would recommend. Also, in the summer semester, you always get a long weekend, like Mondays and Fridays are off, so like, you know, every week is good because you get a long weekend. So the innovation and entrepreneurship class I really liked. You get to be very creative. The way the professor taught the course was very cool. She did various different assignments and various like different ways of doing the assignments. It's pretty cool. I really enjoyed the class. Everybody else really enjoyed the class. We really liked the professor. The marketing class I found to be quite boring because the professor that I had, they just like read off the PowerPoints, which was very boring. I didn't really learn a lot. The organizational behavior class, I didn't really know what we were learning. We just had like pages and pages and PowerPoints, and there was like so much information to learn. Luckily, there was a college strike like while I was taking that course, so like we had time off, and then when we had to go back for the exams, they gave us the exams to do like as a group, and also we got to have our notes with us, so that was a lot easier. But the course should really be condensed. I remember like talking to other like friends in the class, and yeah, they were like agreeing with me. They were like, yeah, the course needs to be condensed by like a lot because there's way too much information that you have to learn in such a little time. The business computer applications class is basically just learning how to use Excel. It's quite difficult, but you can take the Microsoft Excel test after you're done learning that course. It's basically just, you just get a certificate. You have to pay though. You get a certificate if you do pass the test, and it's basically saying that you're a professional at Microsoft Excel. It's good to put on a resume. I've never taken the test. My friend did, and he failed the test, so he has to do it again because he wants to get that certificate to put on his resume. Okay, let's move on to year 2, semester 1. The courses are customer service solution, business communication for the digital workplace, introduction to human resources management, productions and operations management, and data analysis tools for business. The customer service solutions class everybody loved. It was very fun and very interactive, like the way the professor like taught the taught the course, the way they like did the assignments. A lot of it was in groups. The assignments were very creative, and yeah, most people really loved that class. The business communication class for digital workplace, I didn't learn anything because my professor like never really showed up for class, or like you would come all the way to campus and then like you would get an email like the first minute once you got into class saying that like there's no class. So we didn't learn anything at all. People complained, and yeah, we all got the credit anyways. We didn't really learn, I don't even know, we had like a second teacher that came in to like kind of replace the old teacher that never showed up. I think we did like a couple group assignments and then that was it. But yeah, I didn't learn much in that class. Next, the human resources management course. I didn't really like that course because it was taught in the same way the intro to marketing class was taught. The professor basically just reads off the PowerPoint. It's very lengthy. They should really like condense the course because there's a lot to like read over, and there's a lot of notes and PowerPoints and everything. It's just so much. And then the productions and operations management class, you need to be in class every class period because they have an in-class assignment every time, so you have to be in class. And then the data analysis tools class is just another course in Excel. It's just more advanced. And yeah, so for semester 2 of year 2, this is the last semester of this program. The courses are financial analysis, business economics, career planning, CRM and selling, intro to project management, and Canadian business law. The financial analysis class is a more advanced accounting class, so it was very difficult. The business economics class, that was very hard as well. And career planning class is a lot easier, but just watch out for like which professor you get, because I heard that some professors like give a lot more work than certain professors. That class, you basically learn how to like make your LinkedIn profile professional, how to make a resume, cover letter. You do mock interviews. You also have to do an informational interview, which is very awkward because you have to interview someone, like a job that you actually want. You have to interview a person that works there, and you have to like ask them questions, which is pretty weird because like normally like an interview is the opposite like way. So luckily I got my friend, his girlfriend actually worked at a bank. So I kind of just like tagged along with one of my other friends in the class who was interviewing our friend's girlfriend because she works at the bank. So that was easy. It wasn't that awkward because like we knew each other. So yeah. The business law class I found to be very useful. I learned a lot. It's actually very interesting, and yeah, I really like that class. And then the project management class, you have to be in class every single week because there's in-class tests every single week. I didn't really learn too much in that class because again, like there was so much information. I feel like that class should be condensed. And yeah, it was kind of a little bit difficult to understand. So I would definitely recommend this general business program. It's good to kind of see different areas of business and try out like the different courses to see which one you kind of want to like narrow down and like pursue further. For me, now I'm in the business administration program, so that's another year. You get an advanced diploma out of it. It's typically a 3-year program and you just like get an advanced diploma, but if you do take the BBS program, it's 2 years, so you don't have to take the 2 years like at the beginning of the business administration program. You can go straight to the last year, which is good. And it's also good if you do it that way because you get an extra diploma. It's good to get this extra diploma because you get a extra certification on your resume and it looks a lot better. But if you are more on the entrepreneurship side, I would not recommend it taking this course, just because I feel like you should go into entrepreneurship. Like if you want to open up your own business and start like learning about how to do that, I would recommend just going into straight entrepreneurship. But if you are confused, or if you just want to learn more about business and you want to see your options, I would definitely recommend this program. It's really good, actually. I'm not gonna lie though, I wouldn't recommend it if you don't like accounting, or if you find that to be very difficult, because you have to take an accounting course each semester. So like if you're taking a 2-year course, you have to take 4 accounting courses. So that's a lot, and it gets progressively harder each like semester. So it's a lot. It's very difficult, but so that's how come I always try to take an accounting course just by itself. Okay, so next I just want to go over the college in general. So basically Seneca is a very friendly place to be. It's very safe. The cafeteria food is good, but if you do buy cafeteria food, the taxes on your food are very high, so your food will be very, very expensive. But if you are waiting in line to talk to like the financial aid office or OSAP or like any of the offices upstairs, you get a ticket, like a waiting ticket, and at the bottom there's a 10% or maybe it's 15% off of like your cafeteria order, like if you decide to go to the cafeteria in the next hour. So that's really good. They kind of give back a little bit, like they kind of give back to you like for waiting so long in the line, so they give you a little bit off on the cafeteria food. The financial aid office people are very rude, so I would not recommend asking them questions. I would suggest just emailing the office, and they respond a lot better. If you do decide to talk to them in person, just beware. A lot of students have told me like horror stories and like how rude they are. Yeah, they should find new people. They get upset at you for not knowing the answer. If you have questions, they kind of blame you. And like when I would go, they would always like roll their eyes. So yeah, I would suggest no, do not go unless you have to. The librarians at Seneca College are super nice. If you are ever in need of using a calculator, but you forgot it that day, you can always borrow a calculator from the librarian. I think you just have to give your one card like number, and then they write it down, and then they like cross you off after you return the calculator. So yeah, so if you need like a calculator, you can always ask the librarian. If you need to print something, you do have to pay for it. You have to load funds already on your one card. And then if you are an employee with Seneca College, like if you work on campus or you work with Seneca College, you're not allowed to print, so just beware of that. If you need to charge your phone, tablet, laptop, whatever, they have multiple charging stations all over, and the charging stations have doors, so like you can put your stuff in there. You don't have to be like standing around lingering around. You can close the door and then you can come back like hours later. The new study booths at the library, not the old ones where you have to like go up the stairs, but on the right, they do have like plugs where you only need the wire. You don't need to have like the plug that goes into the outlet, so that's pretty good if you can't find any plugs around to plug your phone into. Taking a tour at Seneca College, like a campus tour, is pretty simple. I believe you just go on the Seneca College website and you just like book an appointment. Actually, that's like the reason why I actually chose Seneca College out of like all the other colleges, because they actually like get you to book an appointment, and like you get to see and like know where everything is. I remember I was trying to book an appointment for like Centennial or George Brown. It was very difficult to like figure out how to like get a campus tour. I never ended up figuring it out, so Seneca College like was the only college that like I was able to, so that's really good. They're pretty organized. The campus tour people are very nice. They carry like a stop sign around with them, so like you can always like see where they are. I think they talk through a microphone too if there's like a large group. If you are trying to find job on campus, or you just like want a part-time job to work in between classes, I would suggest going to senecaworks.com. It's basically a Seneca website, and they just like have job postings. Or you could always look around campus or talk to the SSF office. They typically hire students all the time. Or you can go around to like the places that you want to work, and you can always like give in your resume or ask if they are hiring. I also know that Seneca College offers clubs, but I've never figured out like how to find the clubs or like see the different clubs that you could join. Yeah, I never figured that out yet, so I don't know. I also want to say that if you need help for sexual assault cases like I did, there's support and there's help. There's an office called the Student Conduct Office. The people in there will help you out. They'll like provide you with support resources. And then as well, security is really good. You can always just knock on their door. They're always there. Or if you need someone to like walk and watch you, or like walk you to the bus, or like watch you down the hallway, you can always just ask them. There's a Seneca Safe app where you can just like click a button. I never downloaded it because I'd rather just knock on the door. Or they could, they told me that they could, if you don't want them to like walk with you, they could always watch you from like a distance, which is pretty good. The fitness center is also really nice. You do have to pay. I believe it's like 15 or 20 bucks maybe. You have to pay for each semester, I think. At Seneca College at the Newnham campus you have to pay, but at like other Seneca College campuses you don't, because at Newnham I think we have like the most Seneca College students, so they make you pay. But yeah, if you go to like other campuses, you don't have to. You just have to show your one card. There's also fitness classes. I've never been to one, but there's a like fitness class schedule like right beside the front desk in the fitness center. Also, you can't bring like your belongings inside, like your bags or anything. There is a coat rack, so you can use that to like hang up a sweater or like a cardigan or something. But you do need to have like a lock, or you can just put your stuff in the locker. Typically people don't really steal too much at Seneca College. I've never gotten like anything stolen, like when I left my stuff in there without a lock. If you do forget a lock, you can always ask the front desk. You can buy one. I've bought one before. The only thing is you have to take your stuff out every night. You can't like leave stuff overnight, otherwise like the caretakers will come around at the end of the day and cut off the locks. The change rooms are near the gymnasium. To use the gymnasium, you do have to show your one card, sign in, and you have to be wearing running shoes, otherwise they won't let you in. You can't bring anything with you. You just like go as is. You have to leave your stuff in the locker. There's lockers there. The girls' change room is all the way down. It's pretty far. I've used the showers there, I think once or twice. The change room is pretty outdated, so it's kind of scary. Like the shower area, there's no place to like hang up your clothes or anything, so I like never really take a shower. In the gymnasium though, you could play badminton. I've seen people play basketball, table tennis. I've seen people play soccer, cricket, like whatever you want to play. We also have a skating rink at Newnham campus. I've never been on it. I've seen it. They offer like how to skate classes every now and then, so that's good to take advantage of. You can't take any photos inside the skating rink, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I've been there maybe once or twice. I don't remember where it is though. And you can borrow skates. They have like a worker there. Yeah. And then the SSF office like offers fun activities, events. They have like bingo, movie night, different events and stuff like that. If you want a quiet place to like chill or eat, I would suggest going to the 3rd floor. There's like, you go down a hallway. near the fashion like classes. It's behind those classes and like near the behind the lockers. There's a bunch of like seating area. It's pretty quiet there. There's like not like too many people, like not too many people know about that area. Seneca also offers career workshops like resume building, cover letter, mock interviews, and then they also, like, if you are in need of interview clothes, they have some and it's for free. You don't have to return it. They have like a variety. The washrooms at Seneca College are pretty like clean. They're pretty good. They're all new, like it's not old or anything. The only thing is like the stalls, they're pretty small or they're pretty like tight. So I just like wish they had like a shelf behind like on the toilet, like behind the toilet, to put your like bag or something, because like once you put your coat on the hook, like that's all the hook can carry. But I wouldn't complain too much about it because the washrooms are like constantly cleaned like all the time. And they also give away like free menstrual pads, so that's pretty good. I wish you didn't have to like buy it in the world. Like I wish the world would like, you know, provide them for free, just like Seneca College. I've also heard that it's pretty difficult to find a parking spot at the parking lot at Seneca College. I'm guessing because there's a lot of students and there's a lot of professors. So some of my friends actually just started to park like on the, I think there's like a field after the parking lot. There's like the parking lot and then there's a field after it. They just started to park there because they do like pay for parking. I think they have like memberships. I'm not too sure about that. But yeah. Also, if you do need technical support, there's I think they're IT people. They're workers, and they're between, like, they're in the hallway of the Starbucks and the computer commons. So if you know like where the Starbucks is, there's a desk that says IT. They can help you with like any sort of technical issue. Also, you can borrow laptops from them. You just have to like write down your information, and I think you can have the laptop for a couple days. It's like the HP laptops. If you are going to buy cafeteria food, I would suggest the quesadillas. They are super good, and the french fries are really good. They give you like a big portion of french fries, so that's really good. The residency also has a cafeteria. They have like a Subway, and then they have a convenience store, I think, beside it. Seneca College also offers free tutoring for specific courses. So all you have to do is just make an appointment, really. I think the appointment sessions are 30 minutes, so you don't have too much time. They can't give you the answers to assignments, but they can like kind of steer you in the right way, if you know what I mean, like steer you, like make sure you're like getting the concept. And then they also have a mentorship program where they pair like first semester students with older people in the program or older people in like something related to you, and they kind of like you meet up with them and you can ask them like as many questions as you want. They're kind of like to show you around or like to tell you more about the program. It's called SMILE program, SMILE, all capitals. You can also join leadership. I joined the Seneca leadership program. They have conferences every like study break or so, and they're a lot of fun. There's a lot of workshops. You get like a certificate at the end of the conference. They provide food, lunch, and I remember like we were playing like the snare drums one time like as entertainment. It was pretty cool. I would suggest going to it because you get to meet like all sorts of people. And then of course there's trips every now and then. You just have to find out more information either on the Seneca SSF Instagram, or you can always just look around like this SSF office, and there's always like flyers, or you can ask like the people inside. If you find it very difficult to do tests like in your class and you need like quiet, you can always fill out an accommodation form that's provided by the counseling department. You can fill that out, and then if they approve of your like application, then you can start to write your tests in the test center, which is a lot quieter. It's for people with like accommodations, and if you have like disabilities and you need like other accommodations, like for me, I'm on medication that it's hard for me to remember, like it affects my memory, and also I just have like bad anxiety, so I also get to have like time and a half on my test, so I get more time because I'm like anxious, and also I get to have a memory aid, which you have to follow specific rules. You can learn about it from a learning strategist. You just have to book an appointment through counseling, and I can also have access to like devices. I forget what they are. They have like a writing pen where you, like, whatever you write, it memorizes it or something. Or you can have a person that comes with you to each class and like writes down notes for you. I'm pretty good in class. I can make my own notes, so I didn't really like need a person to do that. But the pen thing was pretty cool. I didn't get one though because they said I could just like record from my phone, which the audio like on voice memos is like super clear, so I didn't really need one of those pens. But I kind of wanted to like try it out because I remember when I was a kid I had like a leapfrog, which is like a book where you use the pen and you like go over like all the words, like you learn how to read. So I was kind of thinking like it was something like that, so I kind of wanted it, but yeah, I didn't actually end up getting one. So, but yeah, if you have like special accommodations, you can always fill out the form. You just have to get it filled out by like your doctor, your therapist or something, like claiming that you have like disabilities and you need extra help. And therapy sessions with like counselors, school counselors, they're free. You just have to book an appointment, as well as we have a doctor's office, so appointments, you don't have to pay anything. Their office is located above the fitness center, so it's kind of like people don't really know where it is. And I just want to mention that there is a deposit fee that you have to pay like your first semester. I think it's like $500, but you never have to pay it again. I think it's just like a sitting fee, like to make sure that you didn't change your mind, like you're paying for that program, so like they don't accept like other people because they already have you. I think that's what that is. And then the One Card office is across from the bookstore. It's the place where you need to take a ID photo for your One Card. It's basically a card that has a picture of you and has your Seneca ID number on it, and it's basically a card that you need to take tests and exams with to prove like that it's you, and also to put like parking money on it or printing costs on it. You do everything through your One Card. I would recommend going to the One Card office before you start school, because if you don't, then you have to wait in a long lineup to get your photo taken. And then also there's a glasses store. It's beside the bookstore and it's beside the Tim Hortons. I've never been inside, but in case you have to buy like eyeglasses or you have to like get an eye appointment to like check out your eyes, it's there. And there's a clothing store right across from the security office, right beside the school library. I've never been inside, but they sell clothes. I believe it's from the fashion students there. I've seen like the displays, they're really nice. I actually haven't like looked inside though. There is also a new Seneca College like campus building that they built right beside the old one, so it's like more high-tech and it's more like updated and it's pretty cool. I haven't really like checked out everything in it, so I'm not going to go into details about that. But they have like universal washrooms, and then I saw a robot like cleaning the floors one time, so I was like, damn, like that campus is like so like high-tech, like I never saw that before. And then if you have to talk to your student advisor, I would suggest just emailing them. They get back pretty fast. I would suggest not going to them like during the first couple weeks because the lineups are massive. They take like hours to get through. People just keep lining up, like it's crazy. I've been in one and it took forever. There are also school buses that go to like different Seneca College campuses. All you need is your one card to show that like you go to Seneca College, and then you just look up the school bus schedule. And then if you like want to look around like the school, there's Fairview Mall. It's by Don Mills Station, I believe. I think that's what it's called. It's been a while since I've been up to like my school because like, you know, the coronavirus and everything. So I think, yeah, Don Mills, right? Yeah. And then there's also Pacific Mall because the Newnham campus is near Markham. So Markham, there's Pacific Mall. So you can always go there to have fun and explore. And if you are a first semester student or you're just like a Seneca College student, like in general, I would beware of like there's people that like try to offer you a job like near the bus stop, near like the TTC bus stop in front of the campus. Those jobs are a scam. I actually got fooled into one, but I got out of it luckily. And also at the Computer Commons, I've heard stories of like other people like walking up to you and like talking about church and like how you should follow Christ, and they try to get like your information. And one time someone like researched like who they were, and they found out that they're like a sex trafficking like group, and that's like where they do it, or like they try to like get people from. So be careful, that's really scary, and you should always like not give out your information to people that you don't know. Also, if you're taking buses from Don Mills or like around Seneca College, there's always people from a church nearby that are always like trying to like talk to you more about church and stuff like that. They always take that route, so if you don't want to like see them, just take the subway instead, but it's always that same like bus route that they're always on. And yeah, again, they try to get your information. I've never been to their church, but yeah, I don't know if it's connected to the Computer Commons incident. And I would also recommend that you go to ratemyprofessors.com before you sign up for classes, because you kind of want to check out your professors, like see which ones are easy, see which ones to avoid. And there's honest reviews from students on that website, so I would recommend like checking out that website like your first semester. I didn't know about it, and then someone told me about it, and then I've been on that website like every time I have to pick classes, and it's helped me a great deal. And then most people don't know that every student like has health insurance and dental insurance. You just have to go to WeSpeakStudent.com. Most people don't know. And you can figure out like all the plans that they have, all the different options, but every student, like once you pay your tuition, you're automatically like in that insurance plan. So it's up to you to opt out of it if you don't want it, or like if you have a different plan with someone else. And then you can get money back if you do opt out. And then at the end of every semester, you always get an email like asking you to fill out a course survey, like Course Seneca survey. It's for you to give your honest review of the courses and say like which areas need improvement and stuff like that, and your professors. They always typically say you can win like a gift card if you do it. It's only like 5 minutes, so I always do it. And then Seneca College always offers mental health workshops. They're normally through our campus. You can find out about like different workshops that they do offer through like the Instagram SSF page. I always follow that. And then I just want to say that there's a lot of stairs and there's a lot of floors to Seneca College, so I always typically use the elevator. It's normally busy like with a lot of students, but like after 5 p.m. there's like it's always empty, so I always take it to be lazy. But my friend who was in the firefighting program, they were not allowed to use the elevators because like if you're in the firefighting program, or if there's like a fire in general, you're not supposed to use the elevator. So like they're practicing for like real life situations, and plus like the firefighting people, like I believe they're in like a uniform. And also the airport people or like airplane workers, or like if they're in that program, they have to wear a uniform as well. And then some stores that are nearby the Newnham campus are No Frills, Pizza Hut, there's a TD Bank, there's a bubble tea place. And yeah, that's pretty much all the food options nearby. And then there are private study rooms if you need. It's right beside Computer Commons. You just have to book online. As well as green screen rooms with like cameras. If you have to ever film a video, you just have to book an appointment online as well. But yeah, that is my review of the BBS program, the general business program, and that is kind of like my experience and what services that Seneca College offers. If you are thinking about going to Seneca College or the business program, or you just like have questions in general, you can always ask me on social media. And yeah, so with that being said, I will see you guys in another video. Bye!